What I'm going to show you in this video is how to convert such a map into one that makes more sense, like this map, where there's a base map at the bottom of the layers that gives some form of context. Trust me, it makes your maps even more useful and contextual. So stick with me if you want to add this skill to your skill set, and maybe you want to solve your problem that involves adding a base map to your maps. I've already recorded several videos around how you can import data to Python using GeoPandas. So if you have your shape files, how to bring them into Python. I've also recorded videos around how to fix coordinate system issues. Maybe your points are falling in the wrong places or falling in the sea. There's a video that shows you how to do that. So go check them out if you're having any of these issues. Otherwise, stick with me as we complete this next video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed, if you want to see more of my videos like this. Otherwise, you are likely not to see my videos in the future. All right, so let's delve into solving this problem about adding base maps to your normal maps. Okay. So first, you need to make sure that you have GeoPandas installed, right? Because we will be using it for dealing with the geospatial data. So I'm just going to import it for GeoPandas as GPD. And like I said, if you're not very familiar with these steps, please watch my other videos where I've taken extra time to explain everything. I'm going to read my files. So I'm going to read the polygon file here. So using GeoPandas, I've been able to read the layers or the position of my files. Now, something I want you to take note is they have different coordinate referencing systems. This one is in projected and this one is in geographic. Before you make any plots, make sure that you are working with the same coordinate referencing system. Otherwise, you find that your points do not fall in the same place. Let me know if this was an issue for me when you were doing this. Leave it in the comment section. So one of the things I like to do is whenever I have a geospatial layer, I just go ahead and I check the CRS for that layer. And it tells me it's 32630. That's the EPSG code. And if we do that for the points, what do we get? It tells us it's 4326. This tells us that we are dealing with two different coordinate referencing systems. So I'm just gonna what's this? So I'm just gonna have a single referencing system. I'm just gonna call it EPSG code like this. And I'm going to call it 4326. This is the WGS84. Okay. This is the WGS84 so that I can make sure that all my layers have that coordinate referencing system. So I'm just going to say to CRS. Now, like I said, I've already recorded videos around all these. That is why I'm moving a bit fast because I want to focus on the point of this video, which is adding a base map. Okay, so go back to my other videos and watch how you can adjust your coordinate referencing system, and you might even learn some few more tricks from there. All right, so now we have the same coordinate referencing system. We can just confirm again if you want to be sure. Points.crs. What do we get? 4326. Polygons.crs. If I pass polygons here, we have 4326. This tells me that they're now on the same page, which means I can now go ahead and plot. Let's start by plotting the polygons. Polygon start plot, and I give it a figure size. 6 by 6 will do. Okay. Figure size equals to 6 by 6. Make sure you add equals to. And then when you plot it, you have, the polygons basically presented here. Like I said, boring. We can also add the points to it. Okay, points plot on which axis? Same axis as the previous one. Okay, if you run this, it's gonna plot. Don't worry, you can't see it because it plotted the points as blue colors or also blue colors. So I'm just gonna change the color to red like this, and you should be able to see the points now. So we have the points. Still boring. What you need to do is add a base map. So that's what I want to show you here. Contextily. Okay, using Contextily. Now you need to make sure that you have it installed. Pip install Contextily. Or if you are not working on a notebook, you can just pass pip install without the exclamation mark onto your, let's say, Anaconda prompt, or on your what's it called, on your terminal. Okay. So once you have that, you can import Contextily as CTX. Some people will install it as CX, but it's fine, just CTX. I like to use CTX. Once you have Contextily installed as CTX, it's just a simple step. CTX dot add base map, like this. Which axis, you tell it to add it in the same axis as your previous plots, and you need to pass in a CRS, okay, coordinate referencing system. In this case, we will just add the EPSG code we have been using for the other layers to make sure that everything is consistent. Okay, so once you have this, you can run your code again, and this time you have a base map at the bottom, but you can still see that the polygon is basically so dark. Maybe you can add something like an opacity. So it's called an alpha level of 0.4, maybe. That should be enough to create some form of transparency. And so there you have it. You have your base map, your points, and your polygons all on the same map. And now this makes more sense. If you want to clean it up for maybe saving purposes, you can just import, let's say from matplot. So let's say you want to save it, okay, or you want to show it, or show. You can save from matplotlib, import iplot as plt, like this. And what you do is just plt.show. Okay, that's like straightforward. There are some other things you could have done to the layout, maybe stretch it a little, maybe add a title, plt.title. There are so many things you can do with plt, but or plt.save, right? Save fake. That's in case you want to save it to your local file. But that's just what I want to show you today. It's quite simple. You install Contextily, and then you add ctx.add to the axis of your plots. Make sure you reference the same coordinate referencing system as the other layers so that they all fall right at the same place. So I hope this video was helpful. Leave a like and a comments if you think you have questions, or if you um, want me to record further videos around this, and I'm happy to get back to you on them. Thank you, and see you next time.